Good morning, students. Today's our topic is random variables. So what is a random variable? First see the definition. By a random variable, we mean a real number associated with each outcome of the random experiment. Or you can say that in other words, a random variable is a function, real valued function, defined on the sample space S. And the random variables are usually denoted by the capital letters of the English alphabet. Suppose if x is a random variable that is denoted by capital letter and it is a function from sample space to the real number system because it is a real valued function. By a random variable we mean a real number associated with each outcome of the random experiment. For every sample point, for every random experiment, for every experiment in the sample space, yes, there should be an association with the real number. That is called the random variable. So random variable is a function which is from sample space to the real number system, and it is usually denoted by the capital letters of alphabet, X, capital A, capital Y, capital Z, like that. Types of random variables. The random variables are two types. One is discrete random variables and other one is continuous random variables. The random variables can be classified into two types. One is discrete random variables and other one is continuous random variable. So first one, what is a discrete random variable? Discrete random variable means a random variable which takes only integral values is called a discrete random variable. A random variable which takes only integral values. Integral values means x is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. Then we say that the random variable is called a discrete random variable. For example, the number of rooms in a house of a township. The number of rooms in a house of a township. So you can observe that here the number of rooms is always integral value. That means there may be a rooms 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. There may be 5 rooms. There may be 4 rooms. There may not be 4.5 room like that. That means here x is taking only the integral values. So in this case the random variable is said to be discrete random variable. The next one is continuous random variable. When we say that a random variable is said to be continuous, continuous means a random variable which takes all the possible values in between the certain range. A random variable which takes all the values in between the finite range, in between the certain values, is called a continuous random variable. A random variable which takes all the values in between certain limits is called a continuous random variable. Discrete means a random variable which takes only integral values, integer values 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. Then we say that it is a discrete random variable. Suppose if a random variable which takes all the possible values in between the certain range, then we say that the random variable is called a continuous random variable. For example, the heights of a students, the heights of a students in a classroom. This means it takes all the possible values in between the range. Suppose it may be between 4 feet to 6 feet. The students' may heights vary from 4 feet to 6 feet. That means it takes 4.5 feet or 5 feet or 5.5 feet or 6 feet, 5.9. It takes all values in between the range 4 and 6 feet. In this case, the random variable is said to be continuous random variable. So a random variable may be discrete or continuous. If the random variable takes only the integral values, that variable is called discrete variable. If the random variable takes all possible values in between the certain range, అట్లాగే you can say that the age of student in a class, So age may be in between 6, 17 and 20, 21. That means it takes all the values in between 17 years, 10 months. Similarly, it's at 18 years, 2 months. It takes all the values in between the range 17 and 21. So in this case, we say that a random variable is a continuous random variable. Next definition is probability mass function or probability density function or discrete probability distribution. Suppose a random variable x, suppose x is a discrete random variable, the probability distribution of a random variable is the set of its possible values together with their probabilities. Suppose if x is a random variable, discrete variable, if x takes the values x1, x2, so on, xn, so on, and its probabilities p of xi, that is p1, p2, p3, so on, pn, and the set of values x and p of xi together is called the probability distribution of the random variable capital X. So here see that the definition, probability distribution of a random variable is the set of its possible values together with their probabilities, with satisfying the two conditions. The first condition is the each probability must be greater than or equal to 0 and the sum of all probabilities must be is equal to 1. So in structural notation I can say that suppose x is a discrete random variable with the possible outcomes x1, x2, so on, xn. The probabilities of each possible outcome xi are p1, p2, so on, pn. Satisfying the two conditions, probability of each outcome greater than or equal to 0 and the sum of all probabilities is equal to 1, then we say that the p is called the probability mass function or distribution of the random variable capital X. Right, here the set xi comma pxi is called the distribution of the random variable capital X. The distribution means the possible values of x with their probabilities. Suppose, for example, if we take the experiment, suppose if I taking dice experiment, if I throw 2 dice, then if I define the x is a random variable which is equal to the sum on the 2 dice. The sum on the 2 dice. I am defining the random variable. Here experiment is throwing of 2 dice. Throwing of 2 dice. And here x is defined as the sum on the 2 dice. Then the possible outcomes for the values of x. So x may be 2 or x may be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We are taking, the experiment is throwing off 2 dice and I am defining the random variable capital X as the sum on the 2 dice. So the minimum value of taking the value x is equal to minimum 1 comma 1. On the first dice it may be happen as 1 and the second dice also 1. Then the sum is equal to 2. So not 1. So 2 to 12, maximum 6 comma 6, that is equal to 12. Here x is taking the possible values 2 comma 2 to 12 and here all the values are discrete values and all are the integral values. So I can say that x is a discrete random variable and I am writing its probabilities. So what are the probabilities? So to getting sum is equal to 2. Sum is equal to 2, there is only one possible outcome out of 36. So the probability is 1 by 36. Here I am writing all the corresponding probabilities. If x takes the value 2, then the outcome must be 1 comma 1. The probabilities, because we are throwing 2 dice, the total outcomes are 6 square, that is equal to 36. The probability of getting 1 comma 1 is 1 by 36. So sum 3 means we have to get 1 comma 2 or 2 comma 1. There exists only 2 possible cases for getting sum is equal to 3. So the required probability is 2 by 36. Here I am writing the probabilities corresponding the values of x. So if x is equal to 4, so x is equal to 4 means the possible outcomes are 1 comma 3 or 2 comma 2 or 3 comma 1. In all the cases you can observe that the sum is equal to 4. 1 plus 3, 4. 2 plus 2, 4. 3 plus 1 is 4. So the probability is 3 out of 36, 3 by 36. Similarly, when you get the sum is 5, the possible outcomes are 1 4 or 2 comma 3 or 3 comma 2 or 4 comma 1. So the possible outcomes are 4 out of 36. This is 4 by 36. For 6, you have to get 1 comma 5 or 2 comma 4, 3 comma 3, 4 comma 2, 5 comma 1. So the possible outcomes are 5 out of 36. So the probability for getting x is equal to 6 is 5 by 36. Similarly, you can say that x is equal to 7. So what are the possibilities for getting x is equal to 7? There may be 1 comma 6. 1 plus 6 is 7. Or 2 comma 5. So starting with 3, 3 comma 4. Starting with 4, 4 comma 3. Starting with 5, 5 comma 2. Starting with 6, 6 comma 1. So the possible outcomes are 6 out of 36. That is 6 by 36. Similarly, for getting 8. So to get 8, this may be 2 comma 6. Or similarly 3 comma 5, 4 comma 4, 5 comma 3 and 6 comma 2. So the possible outcomes are reduced than the previous one. 5 outcomes out of 36. Then what is the favorable cases for getting sum is equal to 9? So to get sum is equal to 9, there may be cases 3 comma 6 possible outcome. So starting with 4, 4 comma 5. Starting with 5, it is 5 comma 4. 5 plus 4, 9. 4 plus 5, 9. 3 plus 6, 9. And last one is 6 comma 3, 6 plus 3, 9. So there are only 4 outcomes out of 36. 4 by 36. So similarly for getting 10, it is only with 4, 4 comma 6, with 5, 5 comma 5, with 6, 6 comma 4. That is 3 by 36. For getting sum is equal to 11, only 2 cases, 5, 6, 6, 5, that is 2 by 36. So our last one, there is only one possible case, that is 6 comma 6. 6 comma 6 is the only outcome to get the sum is equal to 12. So here what we have written, all the x values, possible values for the random variable x and its probabilities. So we say that this set x comma p of x is called the probability distribution of the random variable capital X, where x is the discrete random variable which is defined as the sum on the two dice. Here you can observe that each probability is greater than or equal to 0. We say that it is a probability density function or probability distribution of x. Then it should satisfy two conditions as per our example, our definition. So here you can observe that the first condition satisfying, the probability of each value is greater than or equal to 0, 1 by 36. There is no negative value here. All are positive. So each probability is greater than or equal to 0, and sum of all probabilities, if you add all the values, 1 plus 2, 3, plus 3, 6, plus 4, 10, 15, 21, 26, 30, 33, 35, 36. So what is the value? 36 by 36. That is equal to 1. That means you can say that it is the probability distribution of the random variable x, where x is the discrete random variable and x is defined as the sum on the two dice when we throw a pair of dice. So this is the example for the probability distribution of the random variable capital X, where x is a discrete random variable. See another example. Another example. Suppose if we take the experiment of tossing of two coins. Tossing of two coins. And in that experiment, I am defining x is equal to the number of heads. The number of heads. Then x takes values 0, 1, 2. If you toss two coins, then heads may be 0. Heads may be 0 means if you get 2 or tails, then x may be 0. Number of heads 0 avachchu, or number of heads 1 రావచ్చు, or the number of heads 2 means వేసిన 2 coins head comma head రావచ్చు. That means the possible values for x is 0, 1, 2. So we say that x is a discrete random variable. I am explaining another example. So here I am defining the x as the number of heads when we throw 2 coins. Then x takes the values 0, 1, 2. Now I am going to write the probability distribution for the random variable x. So here already I told you x takes values 0, 1, 2. Now I want to write its probabilities. So x is 0. So what are the outcomes when we throw a 2 coins? Then what are the outcomes? Both may be tails. Tail head, head tail, or both are heads. So these are the outcomes. When we throw 2 coins, there exists 2 square. That is the 4 outcomes, total possible outcomes. So the probability of x is equal to 0. x0 means number of heads 0. Number of heads 0 means what is? Both are tails. So that is 1 out of 4 outcomes. So the probability is 1 by 4. Clear all of you? Here when x is equal to 0, the number of heads 0. Number of heads 0 means the both are getting tails. So both are getting tails means that is only one case out of 4 cases. So that probability is 1 by 4. When x is equal to 1, x is equal to 1 means the number of heads is equal to 1. Number of heads is equal to 1 means there exist 2 cases. Either you may get tail head or head tail. In both cases there exists only one head. So these are the 2 outcomes out of 4. So the probability of getting x is equal to 1 is 2 by 4. Last one, P of x is equal to 2. Number of heads is equal to x2 means the number of heads is equal to 2. That means the 2 coins should show head to head. So that is only one case out of 4 cases, that is 1 by 4. Here I am writing the possible values for x and its probabilities. So this is called the probability distribution of the random variable capital X. Here you can observe that all probabilities are greater than or equal to 0. Am I right or not? All are positive. There is no negative value. And also the sum of all probabilities, P of x summation is equal to 1 by 4 plus 2 by 4, 3 by 4, 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4, 4 by 4. So that is equal to 1. That means the 2 conditions also satisfying. So I say that this is the probability distribution of the random variable capital X, where x is equal to the number of heads when we throw 2 coins. This is the example for the probability distribution of the discrete random variable. The next definition is discrete distributive function or cumulative distributive function. It is denoted by capital X. So previously we have defined probability density function, that is denoted by P of x or f of x, small f of x. The cumulative distributive function is denoted by capital F of x. Cumulative means the previous values adding up and we write the next probability. So in the name itself it is a cumulative distributive function. Suppose x is a discrete random variable, then the discrete distribution function or CDF, cumulative distributive function, capital F of x is defined as capital F of x is equal to probability of x less than or equal to x, which is defined as summation x0 to x, probability of x is equal to x. Right, probability of x less than or equal to x is summation x0 to x, P of x is equal to x. For example, in the previous example we have seen x and its probabilities, x is 0, 1, 2 and its probabilities are 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 1 by 4. Now I want to write the cumulative distributive values for the same discrete random variable. So cumulative distributive random variable function is denoted by capital F of x. Cumulative CDF, cumulative distributive function for the random variable x. For the previous example where x is defined as the sum on the number of heads. The number of heads when we throw 2 dice, then the possible values for x is 0, 1, 2. Now I want to write the cumulative distributive function values for the same. When x is 0, the value same 1 by 4. When x is equal to 1, we have to add the previous value and the present value. 1 by 4 plus 2 by 4, that is equal to 3 by 4. Cumulative means you should add the previous value also. 2 by 4 plus 1 by 4, that is 3 by 4. So for x is equal to 2, the value 1 by 4 plus 2 by 4 plus 1 by 4, that is equal to 1. So this is the cumulative distributive values for the random variable capital X, where X is defined as the number of heads when we throw two coins. Here you can observe that probability of X less than or equal to X. For each case you have to add the previous values and you have to write in that position. So here it is 1 by 4, in this case it is 2 by 4 plus 1 by 4, 3 by 4. For this case it is 1 by 4 plus 2 by 4 or plus 1 by 4, that is equal to 1. Clear? So we have seen the probability distributive function and cumulative distributive function for the random variable capital X, where X is the discrete random variable. In the same way, in the similar way, we define the PDF, probability distributive function or probability density function, for the continuous random variable. So what we say that continuous random variable, already we have defined, random variable which takes all possible values in between the certain range is called a continuous random variable. If X takes all the values in between the certain range, we say that it is a continuous random variable. So here also, similar in the discrete case, there we define probability distribution. Here we call this as a probability density function. Both are same. Probability density function or PDF. The probability density function or PDF of a random variable X is denoted by f of X, small f of X, or f of X of the random variable capital X. Has the following properties. Each probability, each f of X is greater than or equal to 0 for every X. F of X is greater than or equal to 0 for every X, and integral minus infinity to infinity f of X dx is equal to 1. There we have seen summation all the probabilities is equal to 1. There X is a discrete variable. Here X is a continuous variable. So we use the notation integral because it should take all the values in between the limits. So we use the symbol for that is integration. Here we use summation because these are the integral values, only integer values. X is equal to 0 to X. Here we take all the values in between the limits. So X varies from minus infinity to infinity, f of X dx is equal to 1. The two conditions same as P of X greater than or equal to 0. Here f of X greater than or equal to 0. And summation all probabilities is equal to 1. Here integral minus infinity to infinity f of X dx is equal to 1. And one more condition I am including here. The probability of X in between A and B is defined as integral A to B f of X dx. So if it satisfies all the three conditions, then we say that X is a random variable and f of X is the corresponding probability density function of the continuous random variable capital X. Right. This one is probability distributive function of a continuous random variable capital X, or we call it as a cumulative distributive function. Both are same. There we have defined for discrete random variable. Here we are going to define for continuous random variable. Both are same. There we use the summation symbol. Here we use the integral symbol. So suppose if X is a continuous random variable, X is a continuous random variable and f of X is a PDF, probability density function, then the cumulative distributive function is denoted by f of X and is defined as probability of X less than or equal to X. That means what? In continuous random variable, it is integral minus infinity to X f of X dx. There we defined this is sigma 0 to X P of X. But in this case, because it is a continuous random variable, we are going for integral sign, integral minus infinity to X f of X dx, because the limits are upper limit infinity, lower limit minus infinity. So integral minus infinity to X f of X dx. So this is the definition for cumulative distributive function. So based on this, we can have some properties of cumulative distributive function, properties. So first one is, we have seen already the basic value f of a value, f of minus infinity is 0 and f of infinity is equal to 1. F of minus infinity, suppose this is the x value and its cumulative distributive values. The least value may be 0 and maximum value may be infinity. That means f of minus infinity value 0 and upper value f of infinity value is equal to 1. Sum of all probabilities is equal to 1, we know that. Here already we have written in the probability density function of the continuous random variable. The sum of all probabilities is equal to 1 and the leftmost value is equal to 0. This is the one property, f of minus infinity 0, f of infinity is equal to 1. And another one, the probability of a less than x less than b, we can write it as f of b minus f of a. I can write f of b minus f of a. Capital F denotes the cumulative distributive function or probability distributive function. Capital F. Small f is PDF, probability density function. So P of a less than x less than b can be written as f of b minus f of a. How you can see here f of b minus f of a. What is f of x? F of x means probability of x less than or equal to x. F of b means this is 0, this is minus infinity, this is infinity. Suppose if this is the point b, f of b means minus infinity to b summation. F of b means what? Cumulative distributive function at x is equal to b. That is minus infinity to b, all summation values will be in this. Similarly, f of a means what? Minus infinity to a. Minus infinity to a, summation of all the values in between minus infinity to and a. So f of b minus f of a will get the values in between a and b. Am I correct or not? That means what? These values can be denoted by the probability of a less than x less than b. So p of a less than x less than b is equal to f of b minus f of a. So that is the another property of the cumulative distributive function. F of minus infinity 0, leftmost value 0, rightmost value 1, and p of a less than x less than b is equal to f of b minus f of b. And the last property, d by dx of capital F of x. D by dx of capital F of x is small f of x, where f of x is the cumulative distributive function and small f of x is the PDF. Here I am writing capital F of x is the cumulative distributive function. Small f of x is the probability density function. So the relation between capital F of x and small f of x is d by dx of capital F of x is equal to small f of x. Suppose if you have the cumulative distributive function, then you can find PDF by differentiating capital F of x with respect to x. So this is the third property of the cumulative distributive function. So there are three properties: f of minus infinity 0, f of infinity 1, and p of a less than x less than b is f of b minus f of a, capital values, f of b minus f of a, and d by dx of f of x is equal to small f of x. So far we have discussed the discrete random variable, continuous random variable, and the PDFs for continuous random variable as well as discrete random variables. In the similar way, the distributive functions, that is cumulative distributive functions for both discrete and continuous random variables. So in the problems on random variables. Thank you.